figment of your imagination? Here are the headlines tonight. Chinese President Hu Jintao, on an official visit to the US, says China has no interest in pursuing an arms race or exerting military dominance over other nations because we own your bitch ass anyway. Booyakasha! Arms dealers are beginning 3 days of mourning after a revolution in Tunisia overthrew military dictator Zine al-Abidine Ben Ali, one of their best customers and a close friend and ally of the Americans in the Middle East. Nice. In the UK, Tony Blair has been called back to the Chilcot Iraq inquiry to answer more undemanding questions about his haircut. While Iraq still lacks any democratic government and suicide bombers run amok, killing hundreds every week. But who gives a fuck about that, eh? Our top story tonight. The Chinese President Hu Jintao is on an official visit to the US to survey his bitches and lord it over the declining power of America. In a speech given at the White House, he didn't say, "Oh, we don't need to beat you with our army, and we don't need to engage in an arms race, and we don't need to be a military threat to any country because China already dominates your economy. Don't you get it? We own your asses. We could sell you and your dollar down the river any day we choose." Ha 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 ha. Hu Jintao's itinerary in the US included a White House reception on 18th of January to bitch slap US President Barack Obama. A series of press conferences on the 19th of January telling Americans to bend over and take it like a bitch. A visit to Capitol Hill on the 20th of January to have congressional leaders suck on his slave labor economy, before finally leaving for Beijing on the 21st with a big smile and orders for more plastic shit nobody really needs. Here's a report from our slavish arse-licking correspondent, anything for a buck.
China, the world's biggest tyranny, the largest open prison on earth, the place our cheap shit comes from. We love it. Nobody's calling for a boycott of any of their produce. No Western leader condemns their egregious rule and oppression, and Western companies can't wait to get in there and share in the exploitation. In return, China props up the American economy by buying its bonds and currency. This, then, is how we got here. China now has such vast amounts of American investments. If it were to sell them, the party would be over and the shit would hit the fan big time. Small wonder that Barack Obama will part his butt cheeks and suck on their tyranny till the cows come home. China knows it, America knows it, and Barack Obama knows it.
Arms dealers in America are beginning 3 days of mourning to honour the loss of profits and sales in Tunisia after the unrest that led to the fall of President Zine al-Abidine Ben Ali. Ben Ali took power in a coup in 1987 and was then supported by France and America. Between 1987 and 2009, the US military signed hundreds of millions in military contracts and sales agreements with Ben Ali's government. Last year, the Obama administration asked Congress to approve a $282 million sale of helicopters to Tunisia, saying, "This proposed sale will contribute to the foreign policy and national security of the United States by helping to improve the security of a friendly country that has been and continues to be an important force for economic and military progress in North America." You gotta love the brass balls it takes to say that shit, and the willful delusion it takes to believe it.